Hey, welcome back to Girl Talk. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Today we have Madison Medium, Melanie, my medium. She should be your medium because she's awesome. It's a terrific experience. If you didn't catch our last program when Melanie was here a few weeks ago, she kind of gave us an introduction of how she came about to find these abilities. And tune in, see her on YouTube, our Girl Talk page. You can find that video. We've got to get to chapter 2 because it's such an incredible story, but we need to dive into why people see a medium. What do they get out of it? Even her website does have kind of your background.
Yes, absolutely.
It's an incredible story, so you need to see it.
Absolutely.
But we just don't have enough time for that today. So why do people see a medium, Melanie?
Mainly to recover from loss. It seems like they have done the traditional therapies, they've seen therapists, psychologists, things like that, and they just aren't able to move forward. They're still kind of crippled by the loss that they have experienced, and this is almost like a last-ditch effort. I've had many people say, though, that this has done more for them than almost 10 years of therapy. It really just allows them to know that their loved ones are still with them, as Spirit does bring through very specific signs or things that resonate with the client, to allow them to know that they really are with us in each session.
I think that's a great way to put it because when I talk about my experience that I had with you, that's the first thing I say. It was the best therapy I've ever had. I had a very tragic loss a few years ago, and I did the traditional therapy, and it just didn't even compare.
It wasn't what you needed to get closure and move forward in a
I love how you
way.
put that.
Thank you.
So if someone decides to do this, what is a reading or a session like with you?
Sure. So most people can book online from the website. A confirmation is sent out. They come to my home office. We sit down, and the first 20 minutes is essentially connecting to their loved one. I allow them to choose who we connect to for whatever reason.
They give you a name?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't, as soon as they walk in, I will write it down. And for whatever reason, I am wired to be able to bring that information forward. And so much like if I said to you, what did your last Christmas look like with your family, I would start to see things in that same way. Almost like I'm bringing up your own memories, which is odd, but that's the best way I can explain it.
I get that.
And so I will start to see specific details, or maybe things you still have of theirs, or an experience you shared together, or a song that you attribute to them even still. And get those affirmations will start coming through. And then after about that first 20 minutes or so, Spirit has things they need you to know. Maybe they didn't get to say goodbye, or they want you to know that they heard you when they were incapacitated and unable to speak, and they may tell me those very specific words, But anything they bring through is amazing.
I can see how that might help someone with closure. Yeah. So you're the conduit passing along a message.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep, exactly.
And that's what an incredibly important message, and I think it's so wonderful that you're able to get that across, because that needs to be said, and I think that a lot of times those people really need to hear it.
Agreed.
So that's wonderful, and I know that something that I'd been thinking a little bit about is I've heard before that everyone has a little bit of an intuitive ability, and perhaps they're not harnessing it. Is there something you could kind of expand on that for us?
Yeah, I actually do teach people. I have courses and things as well that help people become more aware and use their intuitive abilities, and basically just heightens their senses. Every single one of us can do this. I was just crazy enough to make it my job. But I think that, like I said, every single one of us, if you talk to people, more people than not now have had a metaphysical experience. They've either seen something or heard something after someone has passed away, a dream perhaps that has transpired. And it's just really paying attention. And I think once you've awakened or are aware, it becomes more obvious with time. Meditation, though, for sure, definitely helps people further that. That's a good first
step. We have a lot of distractions these days.
Yeah, oh yeah, so you kind of have to clear your mind, I think is one of the things you'd said. And
exactly.
I think it's nice that not only are you helping people to hear the messages from their lost ones, their loved ones, but you're helping them see those messages themselves in their everyday life.
Yeah, because I don't want people to be dependent upon me. Like, I want them to know that they are still connected. Like maybe the first session we just need to go over something like that, but I want them to know that they're always connected and can do it on their own as well.
Well, I think about it daily since I've seen you. I mean, just things that came up in my reading, and it just makes you so much more aware.
I know.
And it was incredible. I can't talk about it enough. I can't wait till you come back and we can talk more.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more Girl Talk. We'll be right back with Joe Conant.